You gang, what up? How's gang? What up? Let me see. My levels is right. We good. Looking good. Looking good. How's gang? Pause the game. What up, man? Put the controller down. Put it down. We got a code red on the timeline, man. Code red on the timeline. Yeah, man. Code red. Code red. What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? Major report dropped this morning, man. Well, is it major? I don't know. We've had discussions about this before, but I'm gonna just roll with it. Major report dropped. Daniel Richtman says that Marvel is finally pulling the trigger. They finally pulling the trigger, and they are casting for what I assume is a T'Challa variant for Secret Wars. Y'all hear that? They are casting for a T'Challa variant for Secret Wars. Allegedly. But that's not the news, man. The news is who they took the meeting with. That's really the news, right? That's who they really, you know what I'm saying? That's really the news. Pierre. That's right. Mufasa himself. Mr. Rebel Ridge. And the current Green Lantern, aka John Stewart. That's kind of wild, ain't it? It's kind of wild. Now, the rumor is that Marvel wants him to be the King of the Dead in Secret Wars. And why not? Kind of makes sense. King of the Dead, T'Challa. He has passed on, maybe in whatever variant this is. He, you know what I'm saying, he becomes the King of the Dead. Question is, I guess, can you be the black lead hero in the DCU and the lead black hero in the MCU at the same damn time? Let's talk about this audacity that's going on. Yeah. That's right. That's right. That's right. Where do I start? Where do I start with it? Where do I start with it? Where do I start? Let's remove the politics for a second. And let's just ask, is he the guy? Is he the guy? The butterscotch panther is wild. But no, let's ask, is he the guy? Right? Let's remove all of that. Does he pass the test and everything as far as visuals? Is he the guy? Right? Is he the guy? Now, we all watch Rebel Ridge for the most part. We saw the intensity of Pierre acting in that role. Wasn't the biggest budgeted role, but it was a pretty good film, pretty good movie, Netflix exclusive joint like that, right? Does he have that regal power, you know what I'm saying, to where he can dominate a scene without saying anything the same way that Chadwick had? I don't know. Does he have the voice? I mean, he played Mufasa. So we got to give him that, right? Because you have to have a commanding voice, I would say, to be the king of Wakanda, to be the king of the dead, to play T'Challa, the Black Panther. You would need that, in my opinion. Right? If you was building T'Challa like in a lab, I guess, like if you could pick and put your own T'Challa together to stand next to Reed Richards and Doctor Doom. Would Aaron Pierre would he be that? I don't necessarily see it, right? I can't say that he would be a prototype or a prototypical T'Challa. He just don't look the part for me. Now let's get into the complexion. Bro is of a lighter hue. As Stamina said, he would be the Butterscotch Panther, which is wild to me. Right? The Butterscotch Panther. So why would Marvel even take a meet? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why would Aaron Pierre be in their crosshairs for T'Challa? Even as a variant, it makes no sense, right? That's the reason why I don't like this variant stuff. Because a variant should just be a variant of you. You just did something different that day, which was a variation of what you might have did, same timeline. So you should still look who and be who you are. You're just a variant. You just, but not no neither here nor there. Not about to relitigate my timeline multiverse situation. Because I will get into that, but not today. But the report says that Marvel wants a heavy hitter who can lead the Avengers in the multiverse saga finale. A heavy hitter. Do we consider Aaron Pierre a heavy hitter? And no disrespect to AP. I think AP has done, for his career, he's done good. But is he a heavy hitter? You know what I'm saying? Like, has he proven himself to be a heavy? I'm just trying to. Matter of fact, let's pull up his filmography. And see what I'm saying. Like, what would make him a heavy hitter? What has he done to solidify himself as a heavy hitter? Let's see. Let's check it. All right. So film wise, let's look at film first. He was in Old, right? He was in Old. That was 2021. If y'all saw Old was decent. I enjoyed Old. Some people didn't. It was the M. Night Shyamalan movie, right? He was in Brother. What was Brother? I don't remember Brother. Two black Canadian brothers go. Maybe was Chill in that? He was in Foe. So these two movies. Then he was in Rebel Ridge in 2024. He played Mufasa in 2024 also. He's going to be in GOAT, which is an animated film. Supposed to be in Star Wars Starfighter. Okay. And Love of Your Life, which is upcoming. That's TBA right now. So out of that little small piece on the film side, I don't necessarily see him as being a heavy hitter, right? Which is cool. That's cool. Let's see on television side. Prime Suspect 1973 did 2 episodes of that. The A Word, Britannia, Krypton. I remember him in Krypton. Pretty decent role. Underground Railroad. Oh, he was in that. That was pretty good. Genius. He played Malcolm X. The Morning Show. Season 4 of the Morning Show. And Lanterns, upcoming Lanterns in 2026. But is that heavy hitter though? Is that heavy hitter? Like, those roles just don't sound like heavy hitter roles. when they say heavy hitter? Are they looking at potential? Maybe you think Marvel is could be looking at potential when they say heavy hitter. Maybe that's the thing. Like potential wise, he could be a heavy hitter. They're willing to put the money up on him. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, we bring him in for this one film. He leads it, and I'm hearing that they want to split Secret Wars up into two. So maybe two films. I guess we get him for two films. And then is he going to be T'Challa going forward? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know. It's the thinking with Marvel is kind of weird when it comes to this Black Panther thing because we've been talking about it for the longest about recasting and things of that nature. They got Shuri, Shuri's great, cool. Salute to Shuri, Letitia Wright, and everything. But seems like for Secret Wars they want the king, right? They want the king, and if they get Aaron Pierre, is nobody going to question, or will they question? Does he give off that aura? You know what I'm saying? Does he have that presence? And I'm just not seeing it. I'm not seeing him have that presence. Not for T'Challa. And honestly, I need to see him. I need to see this Lanterns to really make a what he can do, right? I really need to see what he can do going forward as far as being a leading guy, the main guy, the main man, so to speak. You know what I mean? To see him be the man. As far as the aura. As far as the aura, right? Because that's what we need. We need to see that, right? We need to see what he does as John Stewart. Because we know Jimmy ain't gonna be out. I think Jimmy ain't just gonna let Aaron Pierre walk out the door to go be T'Challa. You know what I'm saying? We know that as of right now, AP is currently the face of DC's TV side, and who knows, could be elevated to mainstay big screener. And maybe Marvel knows that. Maybe Marvel knows what DC and James Gunn has over there, and they're trying to poach it. Maybe they're trying to poach him from Jimmy Gunn. Lanterns, I think, is I don't know if it's still filming, if it's wrapped up, but I think they betting the house on. I think DC is betting the house on Lanterns on the TV side of things, right? And I'm pretty sure his contract has exclusivity clauses in there. I'm pretty sure it's some clauses in there to say, hey, you can't go work across the street with the competition. You can't do that. I know you're in Star Wars. Star Wars has nothing to do with DC and Marvel. You want to go do Star Wars? Cool. But you going over there to be competition? Nah, brother. Nah, brother. You know what I'm saying? You can't be Superman and Captain America at the same time. I'm pretty sure they won't allow that. Neither side, probably. If you started, you know what I'm saying, as Chris Evans was Captain America, then he said, you know what? I'm gonna go be Superman too. I highly doubt Marvel is letting that happen. I highly doubt that. But crazy thing is, it's just the movie, right? It's just Secret War. It's not a 10-year contract. It's not a long-term investment Maybe there is a handshake, negotiation, fist bump situation that happens between Jimmy and Fight, between Marvel and DC, that lets Aaron Pierre do both sides. Right? This is likely a one and done role, variant from a dead universe. Could this be like an ultimate flex by DC or Marvel? Who knows? Especially if we get Aaron Pierre playing two of the most important black superheroes in history at the same time. That's some GOAT level shit. Imagine him getting to play both of them at the same time. John Stewart, the greatest Green Lantern, in my opinion. Probably the greatest black DC superhero. Not probably, I think is. Then getting to play T'Challa, the greatest black Marvel superhero. Could be something. Could be something. Imagine if his agent can pull something like that off. Imagine if his agent could really make that happen. And I highly doubt. I really highly doubt that. But imagine the agent pulling that off. You gotta build like a statue or something. That would be wild. That would be crazy. Crazy. Right? But, and like I said, we know this whole thing, with the recast T'Challa situation, and everything like that. We have to address that elephant in the room, because we've been fighting for years. We've been fighting for years to make things happen with T'Challa. If Marvel brings T'Challa back as a variant from another Earth, does that fill the void? Does that heal the wound? And I think we've been saying that for a while, that, hey, until y'all figure it out, y'all could bring T'Challa back as a variant, cool. Y'all bring, we got the multiverse situation going on. I think people would have lived with the variant early on. It's been years we've been fighting this good fight. Been years. So why now? Like, is this perfect? Is this like the time to announce T'Challa? Oh, we do a variant. Let's announce. And you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, y'all could have been done a variant. They had ample opportunity to do variants or to speak about a variant T'Challa or anything like that. Like, they had the time. Now, I'm not gonna say it feels like a cheap loophole, but it's like, we've been talking about it. Like, just give us a variant and we'll be cool. I think the whole recast T'Challa movement would have been all right. It would have varied, I think, until y'all figured out who's the main guy. What's the main Black Panther situation storyline that y'all want to go with? It's a fictional character. You had every out and every opportunity in the world to do that, but you didn't. You didn't, right? Personally, enough time done passed, man. Enough time has passed. It's time. It's time. I think the whole world has missed T'Challa. We need to see him interact with the Fantastic Four. We need to see him fight Victor Von Doom. If Aaron Pierre is the only one they look at for this time being, I guess so be it. I guess so. It's kind of like to the point now. It's like, whatever, bro. Just give us T'Challa, right? Just look. Don't be surprised if you see old Blue suiting up as T'Challa, right? It's getting. I think it's got to that point now. It's like, which would be weird because everybody was like, "Oh, you can't do that. Who you gonna have replace Chad, and how we're gonna look at this actor? Is he enough? Can he fill Chad's boots?" So I think it might be a wall or a hump to get over when it comes to that. But also, it's like, just whoever, man, come on, give us T'Challa. Let's go. I think everybody ready now. I think everybody is ready now. Recast T'Challa, man. Recast T'Challa. All right, all right, all right. Let's take a quick little break, and then we'll come back and get into these comments. Yep. All right. All right. Let's get into these comments, man. Let's see what y'all talking about over here and see who all in the building. Six is in the building. What's good? What's good? What's good? Ty, what up, Ty? Q was in the building. What up? What up? So he's going to be Black Lantern. Black Lantern. Yeah, he'd be Black Lantern, man. Black Lantern. Black Lantern. Let's see. Six said he can if he knows DC is cooked and he's jumping ship. Here you go. Here you go, Six. Why are you coming with the slander, man? With the slanderous. Why are you coming like that out the gate, man? Why are you coming out the gate like that? Marvel might be cooked. Why y'all playing? Marvel the ones, hey, they the ones need the wins. DC don't need the wins. They on the bottom. Only thing DC is looking up. Marvel need to win, so so he could be he'll be better than everyone's Precious Thompson. You think he bet so Six, you think he would be a better T'Challa than Domson Idris? You really believe that? You really believe that? That's crazy. Ah, man. I think Damson reminds me of a T'Challa, not necessarily a King T'Challa, but more like princely. You know what I'm saying? But I could see more him as T'Challa than Aaron Pierre. If I'm just side by side, placing them side by side or whatever. I don't know, man. I ain't rocking with that one. Yeah, Rebel Ridge was good, man. Rebel Ridge was good. I could see them doing a sequel, because it's real low budget. I could see them maybe doing type of a sequel type situation. Rebel Ridge kind of reminds me of him like being the Black Jack Reacher, right? The Black Jack Reacher. What if he just float from town to town, city to city, like weeding out corruption, so to speak? I think that'd be dope if they did that. If Netflix said, "Hey, let's do a sequel," and it's he at another town, and because it kind of gave me that type of vibes. The Black Jack Reacher. Six said Coogler didn't really allow Chadwick to dominate. He let Jordan dominate. That is true, Six. You're absolutely right. Now, I think Tina was talking about that in her live over the weekend. How, well, the people in the comments was talking about that on Tina's live about how Coogler, because I think we was talking about maybe Coogler getting an X-Men film or something like that. And I, for one, said no. Right. I think it was an X-Men film. It was something I can't remember. But I was like, nah, he already has messed up a character, in my opinion, in Black Panther. Let him finish off his Black Panther and go on and do something else. You know what I'm saying? Because all he's gonna do is put Michael B. Jordan in it. Then it's gonna be Michael B. Jordan's movie. And like I said, no disrespect to the 1-2 punch that those two fellas have, but it was a Black Panther movie and it ended up being a Killmonger movie because you fleshed out Killmonger and did more with Killmonger, way more than you did with T'Challa, Batman. Not the butterscotch. Everybody, see, people don't like the butterscotch, man. So he can, for no reason other than because he can, but he shouldn't. Built right and a solid actor, but the look, nah. T'Challa can be good looking, but that man is objectively not objectively pretty. You don't want a pretty king, though. Stamina say you don't want no pretty king, man. King got to be a little grizzled, huh? Little grizzled. I feel you on that. Maybe they cast Pierre and then give him like a scar or something, just to dirty him up a little bit, just so he ain't as pretty. He say he's too pretty. The women will love it. I tell you that, the women will love it. This is more of Marvel playing in our faces again. They love to do it, Xavier. Marvel loves playing in our faces, man. And take that, like, this is just a rumor, man. I'm just reporting on this because it was, it's a rumor. I think it is something to talk about because even with it being a rumor, don't mean that there was no meeting or didn't know, you know what I'm saying? Whether it was just a real quick 5-minute meeting, an elevator pitch or something like that, you never know. So I think this is good to talk about because who are, you know what I'm saying? In essence, who are the people who you would like to see play T'Challa, especially as a variant? If he's just a throwaway one and done, does Aaron Pierre hurt anything? Right? I think that's the question. If Aaron Pierre is cast as T'Challa for Secret Wars as a one and done as a variant, he walks in or makes a cameo and that's it. Does that hurt the legacy of Black Panther? Now I'm not talking about the legacy of Chad. I am talking about the legacy of Black Panther. The character in the movie. Does that hurt his story going forward? How does that make y'all feel, going forward with things? I guess that would be my question. Lawrence say, this is a lie. Bold-faced lie. Lawrence says it's a lie, man. Aaron Pierre is look, Lawrence, we didn't say that is happening. It's just we just talking. Just some speculation, just getting some talks out. Lawrence say this is a lie. How dare you? Blasphemy. Heretic. Next, I expect them to roll out White Panther. That'll be the final gotcha. You know what's crazy? Xavier, and maybe Six are like this. I've been going back reading Captain America, Sentinel of Liberty with Black Captain Falcon of America. And in that run, who is that? Wakanda is involved in the or it's a Wakanda is a backdrop in that storyline. And who it is, T'Challa's brother is the villain of that. Right? White Wolf. He's kind of like the overarching villain of that storyline. And it made me start thinking about the many different storylines that they could have done for Sam Wilson in the MCU instead of going with what they did. Imagine if they would have done something like right? Imagine if they would have done something like, I mean, and this, it's a much smoother, more debonair Captain Black Falcon in the books than what we got on the show. That's another thing where I think they dropped the ball is he ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? Like Sam Wilson is not cool in the MCU. He's just not cool. They should have made him more like Shaft, like more, you know what I'm saying? Like just a little bit more cool. But it just had me thinking about the storyline and how they dropped the ball on Captain America, Brand New Day or Brand New World, whatever it's called. So there's a problem with race swapping characters, and now it's a problem with lighter skin. Can a win be a win? 6-8. Like I said, if it happens, and I don't know if you saw my tweet earlier, I said, fuck it. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Why not? Why not? I don't care. Why not? Geekcast and Daniel RPK be lying. Hey, look, I'm just it's a slow news day, Lawrence. It's a slow news day, man. Slow news day. A win could be a win when it's an actual win. Can't be helping these mofos lower the bar. Woo! Stamina say y'all on. They trying to lower the bar with this, man. They brought us a White Panther in the comments. They did. They did. Oh yeah, he was the rapper in old. Yeah, he was the rapper in old. Yep. So him being Black Panther's lowering the bar, y'all would rather have Shuri and Tucson. Ooh, y'all was going. I ain't know your Stamina and 6 was going at it. Look, I do not want Tucson at all. I'm like I said, if they do Aaron Pierre, so be it. Whatever. It's kind of exhaustive to the point I just want to see T'Challa back. Son of T'Chaka. Right? King to not the bastard. T'Challa. That's it. That is it. Lawrence still on that. Daniel RPK went for the farm bait and it worked, but we shall Lawrence still talking about that. Hey, Lawrence, I'm just reporting, baby. I'm just reporting. Chill. Don't hear what I didn't say. If it's either or scenario, I accept them. But when with an open playing field, all options are open. Settling for AP in that role is 100% lowering the bar. That's not for him. I feel that, Stamina. Let me ask you this, Stamina. Like I said, with the one and done, do you still think it's lowering the bar? If he's just in to be out or to just push, this multiverse storyline on up and out of the way so we can get the real T'Challa, do you think that would be lowering the bar? Same, if it comes down to him being the actual T'Challa, then I would have to accept it. Got to pick our battle. Xavier said we got to pick our battles, man. Well, no one saw Chad would be in that presence, to be honest. Still haven't, thanks to Cooper. Look at y'all throwing shots. Y'all got this bang, bang. Y'all shooting today. Y'all are shooting today. I love it. Jimmy doesn't have any say after. You know what, 6? When they announce that they've extended Jimmy Gunn for like 10 years or something like that. Remember that crow we was talking about eating? Remember that crow we was talking about eating? Yeah, man. Y'all talk to me. Well, I talk to someone, he's like, yeah, it is odd that he's already John Stewart, but like I said, maybe they're looking at potential. Maybe they're looking at because they talking about heavy hitters. I just don't see Aaron Pierre as being that heavy hitter, especially on with the brand at Marvel. Marvel Cinematic Universe, Black Panther, billion-dollar franchise within itself. Does he serve that? Right? Does he serve that? And I just don't know if he serves that. I hear what 6 said about Chadwick not being that presence, but we did have more to work with Chadwick. Chadwick had done leading men films. You know what I'm saying? We had saw him as a leading role already. We got a good enough sample size with him as a leading role. Jimmy didn't sign anyone to exclusivity. These aren't sports teams. Actors can go whenever they want. They're requested a contract. I've seen some now. I've seen some exclusivity. I've seen where they just just like a director was signed specifically with the studio. I've seen actors do that. Tom Cruise has done it, right? Denzel has done it, like where they just work with one studio. I think the main proprietor of that is Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood is, for the most part, WB, and they still they trying to run him off the lot, but he over there because of his contract. He is over there, So why can't they stand at Johansson or doing the capitalist blue? I didn't say they couldn't. Didn't say they couldn't. I just said it's weird. Just said it's weird. But what is Johansson? She ain't rocking with this with Marvel and Disney no more. She not rocking with yeah, nah. Maybe Stan, but I think Stan been a free agent for a while though. I think Stan is a free agent. That's what I believe. But Scarlett Johansson, she's been out of the Disney game, the Marvel game, right? She been out of there since what, 2020, 2021, something like that, when she sued to get her money. So yeah, to actually be surprised that Aaron wasn't aware of the quiet consternation about the Green Lantern casting. Therefore, I'd be surprised if he wasn't mindful of the same or worse with the role like T'Challa Udaku. What if who was in the running with Aaron Pierre? Wasn't that who was that? Who was all in the run? It was what's my man? Stephen James. What if this whole thing is a mix up? What is, and I'm just throwing this out. I'm just trying to keep the conversation going, throw a lob. Let me see if anybody will catch this. What if it was Stephen James? Remember, he was the front runner alongside Aaron Pierre to play um John Stewart. What if the rumor just said that they was talking to somebody who, you know what I'm saying? Because from what I understand, this is also an older rumor, but who was in the runnings to play Green Lantern? Everybody just thought Aaron Pierre, but really they was talking about Stephen James. Now Stephen James looks more like a T'Challa, right? Stephen James is more of a T'Challa to me. I can see dark skinned guy. Looks like he has the build. He's been in some pretty big movies. A Bill Street could talk. 21 Bridges. He did the movie with Chadwick Boseman. He was also I think it was what was that movie? Uh, Jesse Owens. What was it? Race. He was in that. So I can see maybe him. Q says they know they can't do Secret Wars properly without T'Challa, and I think the Russos are pushing for T'Challa. They better be all that faith that y'all been putting in the Russos. They better be standing up for us, man, or for y'all, or whoever. Cause y'all speak of the Russos like they. I hope they don't let y'all down. I hope the Russos don't let y'all down. The way y'all speak about them. The man playing Green Lantern, those are two big characters. Joe James and Marvel tweaking. What you got, Six? Six say, hear me out. Hear you out. What did you say? I'm gonna hear you out. Hey, if you can hate on Kevin, we can hate on Gunn. That's right. Equal opportunity over here, Q. Hate on, my brother. Hate on. Hate respects hate. He do look young. And that's what I'm saying. He looks more of like a Prince T'Challa. You know what I'm saying? But which would serve well as a variant in my eyes. If Damson came back, he would serve well as a variant. Or if he became the main leading T'Challa, main and whatever is after Secret Wars, I can see him picking right up. We get Prince T'Challa. Maybe we get, his father is back. The storyline can proceed from there. On the bottom, if DC is on the bottom, they need to win. Marvel is just fine. No, and this is what I mean by win. Six. Marvel needs to win because they are trending downward. DC is trending upward, right? And their wins are way different. All right. DC's win versus Marvel's wins or L's are way different. It's weighted different. If DC comes out and has a moderate movie, cool. Marvel comes out with a moderate movie, it's just going to continue that trend. It's just going to continue that trend. Damson looks young, but not too young. Aaron has more of the superhero frame, but Damson actually being African would add an authenticity the character has never had before. Okay. Yes, Blue. He showed you he's about the action of Rebel Ridge as Damson. Yeah, Damson played next to Sam. Damson did a movie next to good old Sam Wilson. Next to good old what's my man? Anthony Mackie. They did a movie together on Netflix. Where Damson was in the military. He was a Marine. I think it was either Marine or Air Force. And Anthony Mackie was this android, humanoid android thing. I forgot the name of the movie, but yeah. Damson did a little bit of action. Could he do more? Will we see more and probably Blood and what it is, Children of Blood and Bone? Probably see a little bit more action from him there. But having a good stunt coordinator, good choreographer, you good to go. That's all you really need. That's really all you need. Damson works if it's a younger T'Challa, like 25 years old, with Chadwick Civil War Panther look like mid-30s. Kugler getting the X-Men film would be a no for me. Yeah. No X-Men for that's what. Come on now. Leave that alone. Leave that alone. Joe James say, heck no. Leave that alone. And I don't hate on Gunn or DC. I'm keeping it real. Gunn is making one dumb decision after another that will keep DC at the bottom. Nothing he's done and doing is making sense. Prove me wrong. Lanterns is not a bad move. Should it possibly be a movie? Yeah. Could it be elevated to a movie? I think so. The Supergirl situation, I don't think that's a dumb move. And he's not directing that. The new Superman movie, Maxima, a lot of people Maxima is not a dumb role. Like Maxima is a character. Right? Everybody wants the heavy hitters out the gate, and I understand that. Like, yeah, I'm not mad at people wanting to see Batman out the gate, but I'm trying to tell y'all there is something going on over there at Warner Brothers to where he can't get the Batman out the gate that he wants. That he has to wait on the Batman 2 to come out. I believe so. That's what I believe. Because who wouldn't want to play in Batman Sandbox? Pause. Right? Who wouldn't want to do a Batman film right out the gate? Who just wouldn't want to do that? I just can't believe he would be that inept and not wanting to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I announced it, but then I'm not going to do it, and I'm just going to concentrate on Superman. Nah, I just don't see that. I don't see that. I just don't see that. And I think the expectations that we are giving Peter Safran and Jimmy Gunn over there, I think we're trying to meet their expectations with Marvel's expectations. And where I vary at is they're just now getting this off the ground, and I think they deserve a little bit of grace. That's just me. That's just me. Um, Especially if I can afford, I can, you know what I'm saying? Even with me talking shit about Feige, I'm still affording him the grace to correct certain things over there because I do think that they can correct some stuff over there. I believe they uh been stuck in the multiverse saga way too long. Way too long. And when I say that I think Feige should probably step down and move on to some other things, it's not saying that he didn't do a damn good job over there at Marvel, which he did. He did. I just think he might have overstayed his welcome and now he's tripping over his feet a little bit. And instead of going out sad, move on and let somebody, you know what I'm saying, get a new coach. Just get a new coach in there. That's it. Damson is in his mid-30s. Nothing a little makeup, beard, or even prosthetics can't fix. Andre Ware, what up? What up? Y'all going back and forth about him being a youngling. Oh, man. Stamina said, I consider it stunt casting. Not RDJ level, but it's actor decision rather than the character decision all the time. Yes, it's stunt. Come on now, dude. We dealing with Marvel. Marvel is the stunt cast kings of the world, right? That's what they do. That's what they do. Black Cap Falcon of America. That's what it is. The Black Cap Falcon of America. You know I got a new name for him every time, man. Every time. Kevin Davis said, people easily get offended about everything right now. They take out political themes so they wouldn't upset family audience with Anthony Mackie, Sam Wilson. I agree. Which was at a detriment in my opinion. That was at a detriment. Why would you not, like, now is the time to lean heavy into storylines like that. You don't have to be heavy-handed. But an overarching theme or this is in the air, I don't think is a bad situation. Like, yeah, this is, and I think both sides will respect that. I think both sides, whatever side of the aisle you're on, would respect that. It's just make it happen. Make a good story. If it's good writing, I don't think you know what I'm saying? I don't think we care. Bring back Tupac before bring back Tupac. We just want BP that's not sure. I don't mind if they brought both of them back and both of them was Black Panther, like in the comments right now. Shuri is Black Panther also. She's wearing the habit. T'Challa got the habit on. Right? So we got two BP. Should it be that way? I don't think it hurts anything. Yeah, we got two Caps. Basically got two Iron Mans when Rhodey is around, right? So I don't think it necessarily hurts anything, but there should be a distinction of who is Black Panther and who is just Shuri, right? I guess that's how I look at it. T'Challa is Black Panther. Shuri is Shuri, who is acting as Black Panther. You'll see my overall thoughts on that just above, sir. I'll be eating the crow, Dan Blue, but I don't see him still being in charge of DC. He just might not be around for a few weeks back. Everything is in limbo until the sale. I agree with everything being in limbo, but I just don't see them getting rid of James Gunn because of the sale. I just don't see that. Just do not see that. A couple more and try to finish up. We got Blerd AF coming through too. Says Stephen James is still a bit fair, but he's got more prototypical African features. I think You think he's fair? Eh, I don't know, man. I think Stephen James works. Say Russos were the first to give us the child to have faith, bro. You gotta have faith. I feel you. I'm no look. I'm just the way that people speak about the Russos, like they didn't just like everything they touched is that, right? They y'all speak about the Russos like they are James Cameron or something. I think James Cameron got one bad movie in his whole 300 years of him being a filmmaker, right? That's how y'all speak of the Russos. And James Cameron has done multiple different types of movies. Russos left Marvel and went and put up goose egg numbers. So that's the only reason why I always bring that up. They haven't missed Winter Soldier, Civil War. Right. Hey, like I said, on the Marvel side of things, they have not missed. You right. Yeah, Outside the Wire. That's the name of it. Outside the Wire. Yeah. Jay said Rubber Ridge was not that good. Also, some of that was unreal. Ex-military guy dodging bullets like he's Spider-Man in a 1 versus 8 shootout with the police. Man, you never know how, he might got the fast twitch going on. Now they are. Now that six, come on, six. We're not doing that today. We're not doing that today. They might have leveled out as of right now, but we're not doing that. We're not even doing. I'm not even gonna justify reading this. You know damn well what the discourse was around Marvel up until they started putting out teasers and running 11-month long lives and all of that stunt casting. And we still don't know if this movie gonna be good. So no, we're not doing that, brother. James is only being ridiculed by people like you, Six, and cultists. It's nothing remotely serious. Nobody who's anybody should pay that nonsense. Lady Panther's cool if we have a T'Challa. Indeed. We want the Black Panther. Now, if Marvel really going for T'Challa, I can definitely see Aaron Pierre for that role. Sorry, not sorry, but I do not see Damson and Aaron in the same role. Okay. So you see AP as T'Challa. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. Not mad at that. Yep, warming up. You got them getting them swings and them pitches in. It should be, man. That's should become matter of fact. Give me 1 second. But yeah, we should be having a supposed to be. See if we set it up real quick. Oh, I'm gonna have to hit him up. But it should be. Y'all just stay. We should be getting one popping off. Russo's ain't been up since Endgame either. I Lawrence, that's what I'm saying. Russo's ain't been them. We have to be honest. Ryan Coogler gave us a weak ass King to tell him Big Dog game, and Big Dog said, "Hey man, weak ass. I'm with you." But that's why I'm like, get cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess he got to finish what he's doing. I guess he's got to finish what he's doing. But Coogler was probably the worst thing that happened to T'Challa. I hate to say it. I hate to say it. I hate to say it. So not me. I recognize that the Russos outside of Marvel don't hit, but until I see otherwise, I trust them to do an ensemble superhero film more than most. I respect that. Totally respect that. Totally respect that. I just thought that the Russos can do it. No, I trust that the Russos can do it. I don't trust that they will, because I can't have that sort of trust in anyone or anything. I'm just going to show up on day one with an open mind. That's all. And that's all anybody can do, Stamina. That's all anybody can do. Just show up, open mind, watch the film, leave it, process it for, sit on it for a second and then say, hey, nah, that ain't it, Russos. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. And Russos we trust, right? And Russos we trust. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't last year. DC kicked Marvel's ass. This year might be the reverse. That's true, Lord. But that's all I'm saying. Like, Marvel was on the down, and that's all. And Six know that. Six know Marvel's on the downtrend. If Doomsday does well without IMAX, I keep forgetting about that. They don't have them IMAX screens. And I see what? How much, Lawrence? How much money do you think that they will lose out on those IMAX screens? If you were predicting $1 billion movie, which a lot of people is saying $1 billion, I don't think it'll be $1 billion. But if they don't get to the $1 billion, how much money do they not? How much money do they miss out due to the IMAX screens not being theirs? 300 million, 200 million. How much? That might be too much. 300, 200 million. 100 million, 100 million. 80 to 100 million. What you think? They won't be nice, but I'm waiting for them IMAX screens. Woo, you're gonna be waiting a while, brother. Waiting a while, cause Dune. Let Warner Brothers say, nah, we're gonna keep these IMAX screens rolling. Coogler does so many self-inserts. He should stay away from comic book films and do original IP. And I agree with you, Q. But like I said on Tina's stream, I don't mind the self-insert, because as a writer, you writing, you want to write from, especially when if I'm writing like Star Wars or comic book stuff, I want to write from the POV of Spider-Man. I'm doing a Spider-Man story, but also my lived experiences are gonna be in there some type of way. It's just about being overly heavy-handed, right? I don't need to be Spider-Man, right? Or I don't need Spider-Man to live my life or to do the things that happen in my life. But if there's a character in there that I write and there's a situation that I've already been through, I can put some of my own lived experience in there. I think what Coogler is, it seems like everything is his lived you know what I'm saying? Like, his lived experience is way more than what it should be in regards to the story that he should be telling about a T'Challa or Adonis Creed. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, sir. If Aaron was smart, he wouldn't give up John Stewart for no one. He can't make John and T'Challa work because both require longevity. T'Challa would be a one-off, which would give him more time. Okay. Kanye apologized too. What is happening? It's a shift, man. It's a shift happening. The dude said that Tina, she goes harder on gun. Yes, you saw me and Tina go at it now. Come on now. You know me and Tina bump heads when it come to Jimmy. You already know. So those tickets, 28 at least here for the real IMAX 7mm. Marvel always sit on the throne. Everyone will be praising MCU in due time. So keep that same energy while we. Hey, we talk about Crow. We're gonna see who's gonna be eating the crow first. How about that? How about that? So everyone gonna be lined up for Dolby. Yeah. Dune is heady sci-fi that normies hardly care about. Even without those IMAX screens, Dune they would slaughter. I don't think so. Dune is a tried and true franchise. It did numbers the last time around. Now, granted, it didn't have the competition. I'm not expecting Dune. I think you're getting it misconstrued. I'm not expecting Dune to go out and beat Doomsday, even though I think that could happen. What I'm saying is, how much money is Dune going to be taking away from Doomsday? Not that it beats it, but that it takes it away, right? And somebody has to win the box office that day, or for that time period, that time being. How much money does Dune? Because Dune is going to be in regular theaters and it's going to be in IMAX, and I'm pretty sure it's going to have some it's going to have some Dolby screens too, but it's got all the IMAX screens. So Dune has everything covered, where Doomsday does not. Doomsday is missing the IMAX screen. Now, until I don't know who has all the Dolby screens, or because they got other things too. You got Dolby, X, what it is, XD, and all of that. You know what I'm saying? So you have other uh, uh, premium screening options, I would say. But IMAX is that's that brand right there. IMAX is the brand. Stem says Dolby's my first choice. I'd rather have a sharper picture and superior sound. Yeah, I'm a Dolby guy too. I'm a Dolby. Look, I go straight to Dolby. I've never been an IMAX guy, but I know IMAX is like a driving factor for a lot of people. And when I own all the IMAX screens, that takes a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you talking to Stamina? My bad, Six. My bad. Look at you agreeing with Xavier. Not the crow chowder. I love it. Not that much, because once they get into those IMAX screens, that make up for it. Neither Doom crossed the Billy. First made over 400. Remember, first made over half a bill on day and date. Second one did what, 786, right? 715. So you got to think of it that way. So, like I said, how much money will Doom take away from Marvel? I never said that that Doomsday would lose to Doom. I don't particularly see that. Not saying that it can't happen, but could they be neck and neck? Right? Could Doom stop them for reaching that $1 billion mark that everybody think? Doom was not a joke. 715 million is not anything to be played with. 400 and something million for the first one is not to be something to be played with, especially when it came out during the lockdown, the COVID era. Remember, Legendary tried to sue Warner Brothers. I think they did sue Warner Brothers because of the day and date. I think they was one of the first movies to do that. Because what you had, Mortal Kombat, you had Dune. What else you had? There was another one that Warner Brothers had put out. Like, they was putting all their stuff out. Was it Godzilla or Kong? Godzilla versus Kong, I think, was the day and date movie. But yeah, so all I'm saying is, Q, don't underestimate the power of Doom. Xavier Phoenix, don't underestimate the power of Doom. Yes, Marvel is probably, you know what I'm saying, a bigger brand, more brand recognition, but Doom has been around for a long time, and those stories are timeless. It's like a sci-fi classic, you know what I'm saying? So don't think of that. Don't think of that. The point is not Doom outselling Doomsday, just drinking their milkshake in those first few weeks. They'll sell less tickets, but at a higher cost. That's true. Like I said, it's not outselling Doomsday. That's not what I'm looking forward to do. Not black pudding and beans. True that. 6, you know I'm black. We don't do all that stuff you guys know about up here. What y'all talking about? Y'all wild. Y'all is wild. Oh man. Say, could Doomsday be the next Barbenheimer? Yeah, I can see that being a thing. Doomsday, right? I can see it being a thing. And they could feed off each other, right? They could feed off each other. It could be a 2-movie. Now the thing is, Dune is a long movie. Doomsday is going to be a long movie. Are people going to be picking and choosing to go see it on the same day? Or they're going to, hey, I go see Doomsday this day, I go see Dune on another day. Is it going to be that? Because 6.5 to 7 hours in the movie theater is going to be wild. You know what I mean? That's a long day. That's a work day. That's a whole work day. That's damn near 8 hours. So I don't know. Not the Snyder Coat box. Oh, y'all was going. Oh, that's what y'all was talking about. The Snyders. See, people haven't seen number 2 of Dune yet. What you mean people haven't seen number 2 of Dune? I can't. Are you saying they haven't seen the sequel yet? I would beg the difference. 700 and something million people. I mean, million in the box office kind of proves that they have seen Dune 2. Jay, that's, you know. Yeah, the Barbie was 2.5 also. Like it was, they were long movies. But Dune is imagine going to see 2 Oppenheimers. I don't know, man. Oppenheimer was kind of slow to me. I think Dune might up the ante. Dune 3 probably ups the ante. I could see them up in the ante. But yeah, man, let's get up out of here. Let's get ready to get up out of here, man. I appreciate everybody. For joining in. Gang, house gang in the building. But I need y'all to weigh in, man. Before we get on up out of here, I need y'all to weigh in. Do y'all want, can Aaron Pierre beat T'Challa? Or would it be too weird to see Green Lantern cross streams, so to speak? And like I said, if not him, who would y'all like to see? And please don't say John David Washington. Please don't say that. Drop your comments down below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, right? Y'all stay dangerous out there, but y'all know what y'all got to do. Y'all got to go home. Y'all can't stay here. Got to get the hell up out of here. Y'all take it easy. Y'all be safe. And like that there, we are Audi 5,000. Yada. Peace. This concludes today's broadcast from Blues News. We hope you enjoyed tonight's programming and the time we've shared together. Right. Always be about being authentic. Drop like that. Drop to what it was March, so that we added to the slate on the strength of an exception. So I think it's confidence. I think that Blues News is dedicated to bringing you the very best in pop culture, music, and conversation, serving viewers everywhere, every day. On behalf of our staff and crew, we thank you for watching. We'll return tomorrow with more entertainment, insight, and fun for the whole house gang. Good night and good luck.